Hi everyone. So today we'll talk about LinkedIn, more in the connection of thought leadership. If anyone doesn't know the term, thought leadership is basically what LinkedIn, the platform, the social platform, is based upon. Most of the content there is thought leadership. We'll soon delve into what thought leadership is about. But first I'd like to ask you a question. Who is here considering himself active on LinkedIn? Just, Shai, I know you are very, you said that you just have to do good, but I see your content and you also know how to write, so, you can do both.
It helps. It helps you can write.
Yeah, that's true. I'm just going to hold both of them until just...
Oh wait, here, give me one of them.
I can speak without. Can you hear me? Fine? Yeah, it's a small room. Yeah, there's the neck mic, yeah. Okay, fine, that's it. So I saw a lot of hands before we had another interruption. That's good. Although a lot of you also have experience working on LinkedIn, I want to give you some tips that you can walk out of here with your next post in mind. So first of all, I'm Ash. I'm doing the social content for all you see on Monday. It's not just Monday is a lot of things. It's a lot of, we touch almost every job aspect, engineering, marketing, sales. I have so much information that comes from so many things. So that means that I have to, a lot of time, change the content that I write to. We're touching so many audiences. So this time we're talking about engineering. So I'm going to warn you. I used, and we'll talk about it in a second about ChatGPT, but if you see things about engineering, can promise you that was ChatGPT helping me with engineering subject. So please tell me if the subject you see here are, make sense, something for me to learn. But first of all, I want to hear from you. I love to hear if, just think for a second, what is your personal biggest hot take about engineering? What is your controversial opinion or something that you'll die on that hill about engineering? I would love to hear from at least from 2 or 3 of you. Yes.
So in my opinion, to be a good software engineer, there is no shortcuts. You have to go to the long path, and a lot of people are thinking hey, I got a job after a small short course or something like this, but I still think that it's not enough and you need to learn outside of your work. And I know a lot of developers who just leave me alone, it's my job, I'm doing just fine.
Okay, that's perfect. So what he said was that you can take shortcuts if you want to be a good engineer, right? That's the... If you want to be the top of the top, you have to basically... Yes. That's a very good take. Does anyone have anything else that comes to mind? Similar? Sprint plan. Okay, I feel like that's one of the things ChatGPT told me to write. So yeah, I wrote. That's what the things that ChatGPT told me that are considered hot takes. So you decide if that is actually a hot take or it's just ChatGPT mind word scramble again. But it's I really like your. Oh, what is going on today? I'm just going home. Where was I? Great. I really like the thing you raised because I saw that it's something that you have a strong opinion on, and I would like to go back to it in a second because the next question I want to ask is when you write content for LinkedIn, if anyone who has this thing in mind that I don't have anything to write about. I feel like that's the first thing that when I talk with people and encourage them to talk about stuff on LinkedIn, that's the first thing that comes to mind. I don't have anything to write about. You just sit in front of your doc or whatever and what the hell I'm going to write about. And I feel that that's the biggest hurdle when it comes to content, and I want you to leave this meetup with your first post in mind. That's what we're going to do today. Okay, so how do you actually make one like example, your great hot take, how do we make it into a post? And that's what we're going to do today. So thank you for volunteering. So let's break it down. First of all, that's what we're going to talk about why LinkedIn. We'll go back a few steps and talk about LinkedIn. We'll talk about the anatomy of a good post, and how do you get started tomorrow with writing LinkedIn content. So why even bother? That's what Elon Musk has to say about LinkedIn. I don't agree with him. I think he's cringe. But if we'll like take his word seriously, let's talk about why. Today is a great day. So job opportunities, obviously, that's what LinkedIn was basically started as. It was a big job search engine. It's way more than that. It's basically the only business social network, if you don't consider X, but X it turned really, really problematic in the past 2 years for some reason. So I feel like that's really contributed to LinkedIn rising as even a bigger like competition to the worlds of development, engineers. A lot of them are moving to LinkedIn because you can't really engage in normal conversation on X a lot. So job opportunities, obviously, half of LinkedIn is people that work in recruiters and stuff like that. Very easy to see why it's good and important to write, to make yourself a brand on LinkedIn. But it's also for your internal influence inside your companies. Our biggest speakers here are people that have also some presence on LinkedIn, and I feel like Shai could, as much as he's do good, he also have great content strategy. And also he had such a good content strategy that we actually used them a few times for our main brand. So yeah, it's really, and I feel like that's the end here. It opens a lot of unexpected doors. You can speak in conferences. You can meet unique people, have unique opportunities. So it's not about just chasing likes. It's about building a presence and chasing likes. So let's go back and start building the post. I really like your example, so we're going to use that. First of all, and if you want to take a screenshot of that, that's like some table I wrote for you to think about how your next post can look like. There's tons of ways to do a post on LinkedIn. I'm going to go through them quickly because we only have 30 minutes. But LinkedIn supports text-based like tweets, basically. They're great because if you want to do something fast, perfect. Obviously, they're less visual. LinkedIn has a feed, which means that when you're scrolling down the feed, you might skip a text-based post without anything catchy like a photo of a visual to make you stop. Because in the end, that's what we're fighting against on LinkedIn, against everyone else and their content. Image and text, I really like this combination because you can have your personality in it and a photo that makes people stop scrolling. This means that you need to take a photo, this is the thing to consider. So we'll talk about it soon. Videos, Shai posts a lot of them. They're great. There's like the thing about LinkedIn that it's always changing. Right now, it doesn't support videos very well. But I don't think you need to give up on making videos. If you feel like you have like strong a connection to making video, you like making videos, LinkedIn can also work for that. And there are the other stuff. Memes, obviously, it's a great way to connect. All of them interact with the LinkedIn algorithm in different ways. Some of them, it really depends on the year, the month, how LinkedIn feel like at the moment. That's our social networks. And LinkedIn is usually more chaotic than others. So it's something to consider every time. We'll go back to it later. But let's now take a post and break it down to its most basic steps. So let's take, for example, your hot take. Remind me again the...
You have to really study a lot to video development.
Okay, perfect.
There are no shortcuts.
So a good post, text or no text, like a photo or photoless, I would consider I can break it down to 4 steps. A hook, a context, insight, and a call to action, CTA. So a hook, for example, this is like one of the things that ChatGPT wrote, but I prefer your hook because it's actually was made by a real person. You said that you need to actually work, like you need to work hard to become like to be actually considered an engineer, right? That was the essence of it. So a hook for this kind of post is very great. Like it's basically inside the sentence. You start with, I think that, like, for example,
there are no shortcuts in becoming software engineer.
that's a perfect sentence. That's a hook right there because it makes you, like, you immediately catch something. If a person disagreeing with you, even better. But even if they're agreeing with you, it's something that's the first sentence. It's like that's the first thing people see on LinkedIn. It's a perfect eye-catching statement.
I feel like if it annoys someone that they're gonna stop on it for sure.
What?
If the first sentence annoys the person who reads it.
Oh yeah,
Like
100%.
if you're gonna go like being exceptional at your work doesn't stop at 5 p.m. Boom, someone will have to stop and read it, right?
100%. And then it comes with the context. What is context? Let's take an example, Shai presentation from earlier. He gave you a story that came to a conclusion, right? The story here is what made you think, what made you come to this realization about like this hook? What do you think that like, what was the reason? Yeah, why do you think, yeah?
Because they saw too many, including me in the past, poorly made developers because it was shown that the shortcut is possible for the long run.
Okay, so your experience in the past were like trying to break it down into one sentence for the video, but you're saying that your life, your experience in the career made you think, like made you realize that.
At some point, I understood that I have to take my knowledge and learning curve and make it more depth, not flattened. And I only learned it after some more experienced guy told me, hey, you still have to learn this and this and this. And I understood how much I don't know.
Okay, that's great. So, so during your career, meeting like you realize that you have to go deeper, and you were stuck in some like flat surface, and you had to go deeper to become a better engineer, right? Which is lead us perfectly to the insight. That's also the insight. You have your life story and the insight here about this. That's why you came to this realization. So you have all the steps here for the perfect post, and in the end, that's what we call the call to action. It's not like a must, but if you want people to comment, it's always like the best idea to leave a question, like what do you think about it? Do you think that an engineer can just like be stuck on like same level curve without going deeper? That's a great question that opens LinkedIn for discussion. That's just that's how you like take it from a hook, from a hot take into a whole post. So yeah, thank you. That's a better example than this ChatGPT thing for sure. So yeah, that's one idea for a post. I just want, there's tons, LinkedIn and content and social in general, there's so many ways and to do it. Obviously, as I'm managing a brand, I have a very different sets of rules for managing a brand than for a personal brand. But I feel like that's something that you can use as a brand, as a person, and everything, just those first steps to break down a thought into a post. There are a lot of common traps to avoid on LinkedIn specifically. You'll see this thing so many times on LinkedIn, it drives me crazy. I'm thrilled to share it. I feel like, if you feel that you saw this sentence 10 times on LinkedIn, don't write it, just skip to the next part. It doesn't have to have you don't have to play by the rules of LinkedIn. Hooks without insight. So for example, if we would have taken your great idea without delving into the why, just the hook, there's nothing. It's like nothing to discuss there. I don't like it, the point of engaging content is the personal side. And if you know, like for example, AI is the future, that's not something real, you know? And I feel like the presentation you saw before was a great example of how you turn a hook, a thought, an insight into something personal. Writing like essays, LinkedIn supports long form text, but I wouldn't recommend I would recommend a guest set. It's better to be concisive. You don't have to limit yourself to like 4 sentences, but it's good to like check yourself after you finish writing and see if you can trim it every time. And very important, half of the game on LinkedIn is commenting. If you want to see people engaging with your content, you have to do it as well. You know, you can't just post and ghost. If people commenting on your posts, comment back. It's super important. So now, yes, of course.
Is there any significant what they posting, what they commenting? Because if they comment thanks,
Appreciate it. You know, just someone said, I'm just going back. So you're asking if there's a point to answer a person, just say thank you, right?
If it's matter for the algorithm, if they're saying like thanks or they're saying any comment matter.
No, it doesn't. LinkedIn doesn't like take every comment and analyze it by like It can be thank you, like the comments. A comment that says thank you and a comment that says, oh, I disagree with your post because this and this and this. Both of them are great for the LinkedIn algorithm or any algorithm. Obviously, you know, like a more detailed content will show you as a person that people, you know, they don't just like engaging with your content on surface level. Yeah. But no, 100%. If you like, if you want to send it to a few friends for them to just write, you know, like to help, you know, give a small boost, that's more than okay. They don't have to like think about like an essay to write back. So yeah, 100%. Okay. So ChatGPT, you know, I thought that I really need to just talk about it in a, for one slide because listen, I love ChatGPT. I feel like we're all using AI in some way or the other. I don't know if you ever experienced AI for like writing. I bet you use it mostly for coding. But ChatGPT is okay when it comes to writing. It can't really provide your content for you. I'm very sorry. It's not something you can. It's not yet reached a level where we can just like write. It's not there. It's not even close to there. You can use it. Copy pasting won't work 100%. It's a great sidekick. You're still the writer. You can provide him with like the baseline. If you want to, like, you know, you can give him, for example, the template that I gave you, and give him like, you know, oh, I want this and this and this and this, and then he can help you write it. But you'll have to edit it. It's not. It's very easy to catch, especially on LinkedIn, to catch posts that were written by an AI and posts that were written by a human being. So we use it to brainstorm angles and ideas, to draft a structure, to rewrite something that you already wrote. But write the full post for me. It will sound like LinkedIn soup. You don't. Oh, today is just perfect. You use your voice. Your voice is way more interesting than AI. Don't let it replace your actual opinion, except on this slide where I let him replace my actual opinion on engineer problems. I'm sorry. So that's for ChatGPT, and getting started tomorrow. So we had the structure for a post. Let's break it down into a few more. So let's start small, pick one idea, one hot take, and try one post. As we said, we had the format of a text only or text with a photo. If you want to add a photo, we'll talk about it in a second. Here's more prompts to say. One mistake I keep saying in my team. This tool saved me hours. Here's how. A lesson I learned the hard way. Picture. Okay, what is considered a good picture for LinkedIn? Design what? A cat is a great content for LinkedIn. If you want to take it even a step further, I would take your cat and maybe add like a note, like a small note beside it with your hot take, and then it's like full circle into the content. So yeah, things that work great currently on LinkedIn. People in front of whiteboards, I don't know why, but just like write your statements of the post itself, take a picture or a selfie behind a whiteboard. It just gets so many engagement, I don't know why, but even your mid-work day, picture from your basically your office or whatever. You and a teammate. It doesn't. And just like this small, yeah. Note, sketch, everything. Make it stand out in a way that connects to the content itself in some way, because in the end, that's you're delivering a full package. But don't let it be just like like a design or something like like the text itself or whatever. Try to find your personality into it. That's like my biggest recommendation, and that's it. We're in the end we have 30 minutes to send you with like a post idea. So I wanted to like give you an actual something that you can take. You're not writing in the end for the algorithm. Write for yourself, and from there it will it's the beginning of like your journey as a personal brand on LinkedIn. A few more stuff again, just because there's a lot of say on LinkedIn. Post in right times. We're talking about 8 between 10 a.m. or 4-6. a.m. is for Israeli time. 4-6 is for US time. So you decide which one in terms of like posting. Tuesday until Thursday, that's the days that most of the world is working. People statistically, although like usually started to hear people that go on LinkedIn on Saturday. I'm sorry, I don't do it, but people that do it, that's the most popular times on LinkedIn. You can still try to experiment with different times when you post and see what works the best. In the end, I consider the best kind of engagement as in interaction with your post, to be comments. Likes are very nice, but it's very easy to generate likes. See how many comments you get, even 3, 4, compared to like 0 for your next post is a great improvement. Externally, links in general, I don't recommend them. Don't post them at all. LinkedIn doesn't like links, not even in the comments. If you want, put them in the comments, but it's a fair warning. Comment really fast. If someone comments on your post, comment back. The algorithm really likes it. And mix up your content. That's why I gave you like a few examples for it. So try to see, LinkedIn always changes minds about algorithm. So that's it. 30 minutes of quick course. Does anyone any questions have? Oh. I'm just like, thank you. Questions, anyone? Yes.
What do you think about AI-generated images? Because when I scroll on LinkedIn, sometimes my first reaction will be, this is so cool. And sometimes I just want to puke.
Okay, so you're asking about AI-generated images, and I agree. A lot of them, they can look cool, and they can look absolute, like I'm not going to curse, but yeah. So it's very interesting. I feel like when you can, just like content itself with ChatGPT or AI in general, you can just give me this. Oh, this is perfect. Let's go live with it. You need to add your angle, your thought into it, even when you're prompting the AI to get like something that looks good, like for you. If you would stop on it, other people will stop on it. You get what I'm saying? A lot of people are just like, okay, let's, they're wanting to post as much as fast as possible, and that leads to very ugly content. So yeah, if every time you post, think about if you'll stop on this image or not. I feel like that's the. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Both of them are fine. I'm just from the corner of the room. It's hard to hear. Yeah.
בהמשך לשאלה של ה-AI, ראיתי שא' האוטומציות נכנסות בטירוף לכל העולם.
כן.
וראיתי גם אנשים שממש בונים לעצמם אוטומציות כדי לפרסם בלינקדין, כדי באמת לתפוס את האלגוריתם. השאלה אם האלגוריתם יודע להבדיל אם בן אדם כתב את זה, או באמת איזשהו AI או איזושהי אוטומציה?
Very good question. So you're asking if the LinkedIn algorithm can differentiate between AI-generated content and human-made content. That's a very interesting question because I know I know that academies and universities are having the same problems with the AI. It's not that easy. There are the stereotypical signs of like M dashes and stuff like that. Although I use M dashes all the time, I love M dashes, and I feel so bad that like it was taken from me by the AI. But I feel like if you want to. I don't feel like it should matter. I don't feel like LinkedIn can differentiate. I don't feel like people it's easy I feel like only people can really differentiate between AI and human-generated content. And really it depends on how much a person was involved, So yeah, that's, yeah. Yes.
So my question is practically, I think most of the people just have one LinkedIn profile, but I do have two LinkedIn profiles.
Oh wow, 2 LinkedIn profiles, okay.
The reason is, by the way, I'm from Australia. So in Australia, I have my full-time job. I'm working in finance and providing the tax advice. And here I got the second job, like second career. I'm in the data analytics field. I'm the online threat fraudulent analyst.
Yes.
So my question is why I'm putting these two aside, because probably like one day I will go back to Australia, and my work experience, my career experience here, it will be nice to link these two together, but I just feel like not every people think about coming here and working in Israel. That's a really good idea. I just have a little bit uncertainty if I put in my Israel working experience.
No, I get it. So what you're asking is like you basically have two LinkedIn personas, and you're wondering which one to put your focus on, right?
Well, I'm a manager too. I'm just thinking about how to better consolidate all of these two together, or just it's okay to keep them.
Oh yeah, 100%. I don't feel like that's a problem. Each of them has their own goal, and if you know those goals and you have specific goal for each, and I bet it's easy if you want, like in Israel, maybe you can write in Hebrew or use ChatGPT to write in Hebrew, and for your Australia-based, so yeah, I don't feel like it's a problem. Maybe I'm not a recruiter. I don't know how it looks in the world, in the eyes of recruiters too, but I don't feel like it's a problem. It doesn't affect your algorithm at all, or how your content can be perceived. But depends. You need to work on both of them 100%. It's double the work for you. That's all.
Yeah,
That's,
that is definitely the work
yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
But I also would like the people recognize that have
Yeah.
both field of.
Yeah, but I don't feel like it's a problem for the content itself. Content is content, no matter where you generate it from. Oh yes, sorry. Yes.
I have a question about languages. For example, I'm from Ukraine, and my followers from Ukraine also. Should I create my post by English or by Ukrainian or both language, or how is better?
It depends on where do you want your content. Sorry, the question was if English is the best, if it should be the baseline for content, or you can write in Hebrew, other languages as well. I don't see other content in other languages as a problem, because in the end it depends on your goal. Do you want to grow your brand in English-based places, or a lot of people are writing Hebrew in Israel and they're fine with that, are having fun because they don't want they want to keep their brand here in Israel. But if you want, in the end, if you want the most global, to touch as much people as you want, yeah, English is the best way to do it. But it doesn't, if you still want to, to touch some markets in Ukraine. So yeah, right, yeah. Yeah.
Probably I can give you some feedback because currently I have two LinkedIn profile. Who knows, when I publish my content, actually I put in 3 languages. English coming first, and then I can speak Chinese, and I can
That's true. That's true. I see a lot of people that do multiple.
I write all this thread together.
Yeah, that's a good advice. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, of course. Sorry, keep.
I have two questions. First question, are emojis a red flag?
Very good question. No, they are not red flags. If you're using, oh yeah, sorry. I kind of answered this. Are emoji? Yes, emojis are not a red flag. The question was if emojis are a red flag. No, they're not a red flag, but if you're going to use more than 5 in your post, yes, they are a red flag because ChatGPT uses a lot of emojis. It's a current version, which sucks. Yes. The next question.
So another question is currently, as I know, Instagram is also using the algorithm, which is saying how many posts are you doing during the week or month. It's also affecting to your popularity and how often do you appear in the scrolling.
That's a good question. I should.
How much time is better to
How many posts? Yeah, that's actually something I should have posted. So thank you. And I should have added to the presentation. That question was how many posts should one write in a week? Well, Instagram is a different beast because it has stories. You can have 10,000 stories in one day, and it doesn't affect even people can go through all your stories in one go. But for LinkedIn, I would recommend we'll go by weekly. 1 post, 2 posts a day. Obviously, that's the max with 1 post a day. And for a week, I would do maximum of 5 with a minimum of 2. I feel like that's very good because yes, the algorithm gives you a boost if you are constantly writing, but if you're doing it too much, it punishes you. So you have to stay in a very tight line. Yeah.
So let's say currently, I'm posting in my LinkedIn the posts mostly about the engineering. Okay?
Perfect.
But sometimes I don't have an agenda to talk about. So what do you think? It's better to do it constantly, but more rare, or do it I don't know, more? Yeah.
That's a great question. So the question is, should I post more but less? Should I post more content but with less thought put into it, or should I focus on bigger content? That's a very, very, very good question. I would say that it really I feel like you can see when you see people engaging with your stuff if it works. If you feel like some posts you can do in a second and they will reach 1,000K. I had a post that I really thought that I'm just I need to post something. I'm just going to get rid of this idea, and it was the most successful post that month. So it's very hard. Sometimes, especially on social, you're just basically throwing pasta at the wall and seeing what sticks. So I would follow the metrics in that. If you see that some content perform better than others, ask yourself why. And if it's the most your more quality or quantity based content. But both of them has their strength, obviously, because quantity is easy to write, easier to write. So I hope that answered the question. Yeah. Thank you. Yes. That's a very good question. So your question was posting translations in the comment section, good or bad? Fine, but I would say that I don't know why LinkedIn started kind of hiding. If you're posting as maybe it's just brands. I haven't checked it with a personal account yet, but when you comment to yourself, LinkedIn changed their algorithm in the comments, so it's based on relevance instead of just everything that was comment there. And sometimes it will just hide your comment, even if there's nothing wrong with it, to other people because it thinks that they won't like the content. So you can post the translate, but people might miss it. So it's just you can edit as the cherry on top, but not as a must. So yeah, that's my suggestion. Yes.
I'm searching for a job. Do you recommend me to do the business LinkedIn or it's okay to stay with the?
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. Your question is if you need to change. You mean business LinkedIn as in the pro version of LinkedIn to, if it's paying for LinkedIn. Listen, I I'll be very honest. I don't pay for LinkedIn. I don't see it. A lot of people are asking, should I buy Pro? I got all my jobs without paying for Pro, so yeah. I feel like LinkedIn is better for connections. Work on content, build your connection, add as many people as you can. I feel like that's free and better for your.
Pro is mainly aimed at recruiters.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
is that work?
Yeah. For recruiters pay for it because then you can see a lot of. But it's kind of a nothing. There's nothing. I'm sorry that I'm trashing LinkedIn after I'm coming to this thing, but yeah, it's not worth it. Don't tell the guy I worked with LinkedIn that I said that. Yeah. Anyone else? Yes.
So you said that video is being not very prioritized by the
Yeah.
algorithm, but like it's actually the complete opposite in other social media networks.
True.
Why do you think that is, and do you think will change?
So your question is why is videos specifically on LinkedIn is being not monetized, but like being unfavored by the algorithm? Honestly, I don't know. I got their report, like their 2025 report, and they said in the report, as clear as day, we are pushing video as the main content, but every social manager feels exactly the opposite. We post video content and it gets zero. Like it's kind of like this connection between LinkedIn itself and the people that post on LinkedIn. So I wish I could tell you, oh, there's a reason for it, but unfortunately LinkedIn is managed a bit different from other social platforms. So I don't know. I don't know why. Will it change? I think it will. Things change really fast on LinkedIn, especially in the last year, 2 years or so. I don't think you should completely abandon videos just because the algorithm says if you feel comfortable doing videos, do videos. 100%. Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Also worth saying that they have a shorts feature now.
Yeah, the short feature.
Which I don't use, but they are promoting from
So
that.
they stopped promoting it. Did you know that? They stopped promoting the shorts. Now when you post shorts, they don't promote it anymore. I don't know why. It's very infuriating, especially for someone who works in this specific stuff. So, okay, Q&A. Oh, now this stopped working. Okay, that's the end goal here. Just post the damn thing. So we love your feedback for both Shai and mine's presentation. If you can scan this and give 5 stars on all the things. Just kidding.
We are thrilled to get your 5 stars.
Yes, exactly.
Thank you all for coming.
Thank you all for coming. Okay.